Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Risoli Nations Men's Zoom call. I am Peter O'Brien, and along with my wife, Dinah O'Brien, we are independent consultants and area managers with Arbonne International. And sitting in tonight for Claire Risoli, who is in New York City. I hope she got there safe and sound. And but we're moving forward with the men's call, and we've got a very special guest tonight, and I'll introduce him in just a second. But just a couple of quick things. First off, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays to everybody out there. Happy New Year too. And hope everybody's having a great December. It's double points for AIT. And if you're sharing this with a guest, you'll have to let them know what that is. But it's just a very exciting time for us in our business. And we hope everybody is doing well, and we'll have a great holiday season. Looking forward to the first of the year. January's always a good month for us to start off the year as well. Lots of things going on there. Claire will be over in Hawaii, in Maui, doing the National Vice President meeting that's over there. And just around the corner is our Global Training Conference in Las Vegas, Nevada. So not too far away, just lots of exciting things. I hope everybody's, participating in all of these things going, for the new year. I just wanted to, really just share kind of the reason that I love doing these calls. Claire asked me to do them, and the reason that I love it is, although we really don't know each other on the call, we come here for the same reasons. We come here because we have the same values. We have the same goals. And everyone may have individual type things, but to boil it all down, we are all looking for time freedom. The time freedom that financial freedom or money freedom can give us. And so really that's what this is all about. That is the opportunity that we have with Arbonne. And you're going to hear a powerful, excited presentation tonight, and share it with your teams. It will be, it is recorded. It will be on Risoli Nations Men's Zoom YouTube. So just search that on YouTube, and you'll find it. And with that, let me turn it over to a gentleman from down under, from Australia. Actually, he's a dentist down there, and he works his business with his wife too. So I'll let him kind of share his story here. But Duck, Pham is from Australia, and we really appreciate you being here. And thank you so much. And, I'll just turn it over to you and let you take it away.
Oh, it's brilliant. Fantastic. Look, happy Christmas. It's that crazy time of the year. Festive. Everyone's out and about. And you can really never really plan any of these things properly because everything's just chaos. But thanks so much for your time. Thanks, Peter, for asking me to do this men's DA. I'm stoked, as we say in Australia. I'm very mindful of your time, so let's get right into it. We Aussies like to jump right into things. Don't want to muck around, Let me share my screen, if I may. Can you see me okay? Thumbs up, you can see my screen, Pete?
Yes, we are good.
Brilliant. I'm still learning this as well. So look, first of all, good evening or good afternoon as we are here in Melbourne, Australia. It's 1 p.m. I understand it's night time. You guys are about to hit the sack. That's just the wonderful nature of this global business. It's worldwide, and it's TikTok around the clock. So first of all, thanks so much for having me. G'day again. My name is Duck Pham. Duck Pham, Arbonne consultant, independent consultant, super dentist from down under, Melbourne. I come from a small town, comparatively, but Melbourne is voted 5 years in a row, did you know, most livable city on the planet. And I think I'm very proud to say that. And also, if you've read the book The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, she's in our neighbourhood. She's a Melbourne export. So we're very proud of her as well. You know, big things come out of Melbourne, believe it or not. So if you've never heard of us, you know, it's all happening. So let's see where I'll start. So thank you for the gift of Arbonne. So it's, as I said, we're like 12 to 14 hours ahead. So this is the future calling you. I wanted to give you guys an Aussie's perspective on this same gift of Arbonne, because you've probably heard it a million times from your sponsor, from your host. But we'll hear it one more time, just for Christmas' sake, eh? So if you're sick and tired of the 9 to 5, Arbonne could be for you. If you're a lad, you're a guy, you're a chap, and you want to marry the woman of your dreams, Arbonne could be for you. Look, I'm only joking, but maybe I've gotten your attention. So let me start by telling you guys a bit about myself. So I'm a dentist. I graduated 10 years ago. How I got introduced to Arbonne was through a dental friend of mine. Her name's Erin, and we caught up at a 10-year dental reunion. And she was liking all my posts on Facebook, and she said, you know, you'd be great at this business. And to be honest, you know, she was the most gorgeous girl in school. Everybody loved her. And so I knew she was onto something. But I said, Erin, if you want to sign me, you got to sign the missus. She's the secret, because you know how it is. You got to go through the missus. She's the real boss, right? She wears the pants, pant leg each, whichever way you want to see it. So we originally came from Vietnam. This was back in the 70s, 80s, escaping communist Vietnam. We were boat people, refugees. And we thank the world, the Western world, Canada, America, Australia, for taking all the Vietnamese refugees on board. You know, we're forever grateful. This year actually marks 40 years of the Vietnamese, commemorate 40 years of Vietnamese in, you know, the Western world. So thank you to everyone. Funny enough, last year at Vegas GTC, I bumped into a doctor. His name's Dr. Hoang Lam, and he is also the president of the Vietnamese Health Associations in America, and he does Arbonne as well, believe it or not. I'm on the Australian board, so it's amazing how fate and destiny bring us together. So look, here's a spiel. Here we go. How do I? Common fears and hesitations. The Arbonne story. So we're a 36-year-old vegan health and wellness company based out in Irvine, California. $500 million. Clinique is the equivalent here in Australia. 1975, our founder, Peter Mork, had a vision to create better, safer products. So 1980, established as a company in Irvine. The way I explain it to guys, you know, a lot of women ask me, how do you sign up guys? Because it's so tough, you know. Well, you'll be glad to know, ladies, that we men, we're quite simple. You know, we're talking about guys here, not just the lads, but the guys. You know, we want clarity, we want simplicity, and you got to strike our egos just right. You know, I'm a caveman, and we primates. We want to look after our families, our kids, provide for the family. So keep that in mind. So hypothetically, let me break it up. I always tell this story here, and because it's a men's DA, I can probably get away with it. So you see a gorgeous girl at a party, you walk up to her and you say, I'm very rich, marry me. So that's direct marketing. So you're at a party with a bunch of friends. Scenario number 2, you see a gorgeous girl. One of your friends goes up to her, points at you saying, he is very rich. Marry him. That's advertising. Now, you see a gorgeous girl at a party. You go up to her, ask her telephone number. The next day, you give her a call. Say, hi, I'm very rich. Marry me. That's telemarketing. You're at a party. You see a beautiful girl. You go straight to her. You pour her a drink, open the door for her, pick up her bag after she drops it, offer her a ride. And then you say, by the way, I'm very rich. Will you marry me? Now, that's public relations. Scenario number 5. So you're at a party and you see a gorgeous girl. She walks up to you and says, you are very rich. That's brand recognition. That's fantastic. Now, scenario number 6. You see a gorgeous girl at a party, go up to her and you say, I'm very rich. Marry me. She gives you a big slap, bang across the face, and that's customer feedback. Now, network marketing is a bit of everything above. we cut out the middlemen. So traditional retail, you look at products. You buy your consumable products from groceries. Here in Australia, we've got Coles and Woolies from the manufacturer. With traditional retail, that's the model here. You can see up top here, wholesaler, warehouses, Salesforce, retailer. There's a lot of expense that goes into here. Advertising as well, not to mention. So where am I? So network marketing, we cut out the middlemen. Now that's where everybody else gets paid, the consultants. There's this chap, he started the Dollar Shave Club because he realised if you pay $14 for like this Gillette shaver and $13 goes to Roger Federer, Tiger Woods, or whoever in advertising, and it only probably costs about 50 cents to make the shaver itself. So he started this Dollar Shave Club. He sold it, IPO'd it for like $1 billion. So you only start to realise all this money gets spent and almost wasted, dare I say, in all these middlemen. So the power of network marketing is it cuts out all the middlemen. And it's also a lifestyle choice. Now, you look at Warren Buffett, these guys here, purportedly one of the richest men in the world. He owns about 70 companies, 4 or 5 of which, believe it or not, are actually network marketing companies. So it's quite legit, and these guys all know, they're all in on it. Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, one of my mentors and heroes. He says, well, the poor people are looking for a secure job. Rich people are building networks. So network marketing, it's an asset, it's not a job. So, the rich people of the world these days have multiple income streams, not just one, not like a 9-to-5 active job. So the R1 advantage, just quickly go through this slide. So we're pH correct, use the highest quality ingredients from all around the world, vegan certified before it was even cool, dermatology tested, clinically proven, Swiss heritage, we're ultra premium. Now also what's important is what's not in our products, no preservatives, no chemical dyes or fragrances.
Duke, you froze up. Okay, did we lose Duke?
He disappeared. Hi, Brian.
Hello.
Did he disappear on us?
Can anybody hear him or see him?
No.
No. All right. Hopefully he'll come on back and dial back in. So yeah, sorry about that. He had the slides going, so I don't want to just keep going. Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't come back, I'll kind of finish it off. In fact, I'm going to see if I can get my slides going. So bear with me a second, and hopefully he'll be back in before too long. Well, hopefully you can see why I wanted to get him on here.
Brian, I have a new consultant on the line. Can you tell us a little bit about your background, where you're getting your stuff?
Yeah, I sure can. And I do have the slides, so I can let me do that. And then if Duke's not with us, I'll share the slides and finish off. But yeah, I'm a financial advisor by day, and have been for 35 years. My wife's in the legal profession, and our background has been professional, and Literally, we got hired. I got hired, literally the top of my corporate ladder. So for 35 years, climbed the corporate ladder, went out to Arizona for Bank of America's Investment Services Department, and got offered a six-figure a year, mid-six-figure a year job out there. So we left everything behind in California, went out to Arizona. Well, long story short, you know, this was right after the financial crisis, and lo and behold, Bank of America bought Merrill Lynch, and the Merrill Lynch people actually wound up taking over management positions, and I was let go. And my wife had retired at that point in time, so we had no income. And this is the reason that I have the passion for the business so much, is because we found ourselves in a position where we had to live off of our savings. And what we realized is that our business world, our economy, is so fragile these days, especially for individuals and individual jobs, that people need to have a second source of income. Duke mentioned that, a second source of income. That's what the wealthy people do. And so as a wealth manager, that's what my clients do. They all have multiple streams of income. And we didn't. Duke, are you back?
Good idea. Sorry about that.
That's all right. That's all right. And so just to finish out my little story, Norma, you know, we want to make sure that everybody knows about Arbonne. That is the greatest gift that we have. And so I'm going to turn it back to Duke and let you go.
Take your card off.
Sorry about that.
Let me try to and Duke, I'm going to mute everyone, and you'll have to unmute yourself, or I can do that. Okay, I think we're good to go.
I'll probably just continue without the slides, I reckon. So where was I? I was talking about no parabens or phthalates. Now, as a dentist, the question I get asked quite often, Peter, is about fluoride. You know, what's my take on fluoride? Very controversial. You know, the Koch brothers in America, they own these fertilizer plants. And did you know fluoride actually is a byproduct of the fertilizer industry? So instead of getting rid of them, detoxifying it, they actually get rid, they put this fluoride in toothpaste. Now, people say, fluoride, doesn't it strengthen your teeth? Yes, it does, at 1 part per million. Water fluoridation, scientifically, there's evidence to suggest that it does help strengthen teeth enamel. But if you look at Colgate, it's actually, on the back of it, it's actually 1,000 parts per million. And, you know, you guys, you can actually get fluoride varnishes and washes that go up to 15,000 parts per million. It's way too much. And as a dentist, I'm seeing, alarmingly, a lot of young kids coming in with white spots. It's called fluorosis. So when these teeth form when they're young, they get all this fluoride uptaken into the enamel, and it weakens the enamel. You know, the WHO, World Health Organization, is very close to classifying fluoride as a neurotoxin, and it slows down development of the brain in kids. So I've watched my kids brush their teeth, and they don't spit, they swallow. And you can imagine, do this day in, day out, every single day, it can't be good for you. And I love Peter Mork. I think this guy knew what was going on a long time ago, you know. No mineral oil. He knew what these companies were getting away with. You know, there are lobbyists everywhere in Washington, in Canberra, Oshawa, wherever it is in the world that you are, and they're very strong. Even as a dentist, my dean, associate professor, was always walking around wearing a hat, Colgate, on it, and I'm wondering why. And I realised Colgate sponsored his PhD thesis. It's incredible. So we're all bought. We're all part of this system. But what do you do, eh? So where am I? Mineral oil. So mineral oil, touching on that, it is, another byproduct of the distillation of oil, and it's not good on the skin because what we put on the skin absorbs into the bloodstream in under a minute. You don't need that, so Arbonne doesn't use any of these things. So before you start any business, you want to know if there's market demand, and thankfully Arbonne products does have. So we've got about 500 essential health and wellness products all online, which we use every single day, from RE9 anti-aging, which is flagship, to nutrition, acne. My kids' ABC baby range, they've got a bit of eczema. Shampoos. So look, we've got you covered from cradle to grave. There's so many allergies going around these days. I dropped my kids off at school, and last week the teacher said, "Oh, you can't bring in watermelon anymore because the kid next door has, an allergy to watermelon." I mean, nuts, and I think that you could probably only bring water, to school these days because kids are allergic to absolutely everything. So I had lunch with an IC, a prospect of mine, last week, and he said to me, don't you think Arbonne products are a bit overpriced? Well, look, I tell him, well, first of all, you're getting an ultra premium product. It's the Rolls-Royce service. You know where the money's going. You know who you're supporting. You're supporting me. You're putting food on my table, and not some phantom CEO and their shareholders. And that sort of just quietened him down. So why Arbonne? Why now? Look, we're sitting on massive trends. The second fastest growing business model globally at the moment. By 2020, 4 out of 5 households will be doing some form of network marketing. Online sales. Look, it's Christmas time. You go to the mall and you notice people do a lot of window shopping. They actually go online at home. They buy the toys and that online. So the main street these days is you can really see the effects of it all over. The beautiful thing about the Arbonne network marketing advantage is that it's booming. We want to spend less time working. It doesn't discriminate, guys. Look, I'm living proof. I mean, I'm starting to do this Arbonne thing, and in the beginning I was scoffed at by everyone. Mum disowned me for like a month. She said, I'll pay for your dental education. Now you're like becoming a salesman. But that's part of the journey, the personal growth. Time leveraging. That's why we do Arbonne. It's amazing. So think you get 5 people in your team. You find 5 motivated people. Each person devotes 10 hours a week. So that's 50 hours all up. And you're still only doing 10 hours. So this is where time leverage comes into it. And you can spend your time like me, cut back my working hours at the dentist office. I love dentistry, but there's more to life than just teeth. And I can do this kid drop-offs, which I love, hang out with the mums, PTA meetings, sports, do all that. If that's what you're into. And it's all driven online, Wi-Fi. All you need is a Wi-Fi, internet, smartphone, laptop, and you're on your way. So as I said, never in a million years I would have expected doing anything quite like this Arbonne business. But when I said yes to this business, I stopped buying consumable products from a usual retailer. I started buying Arbonne products on my online store and got paid commissions and overrides by recommending it to others as well. And I shared this opportunity to about 12 people. So it's quite simple. You stop, start, and you share. So the compensation plan, look, I won't go into it, but Jerry Maguire would say, show me the money. People want to see proof that it works. Look, the evidence is out there. The VPs are being pumped out every month, isn't it right? And you don't have to look very far to see that it's all legit, and there's living proof that it all works. So there are basically 4 levels of management: district manager, area, VP, national, regional, national. I probably won't go into the how much you get because it varies from where you're living. Whether it be in Taiwan, America, New Zealand, Australia. So where do you see yourself? You can join up as a preferred client, or you become independent consultant like myself. So it's really business in a box. There's free online training. You're surrounded by the best network of people, and the culture's fantastic. So some people ask me, how come it takes me so long just to promote? Well, I tell people, it's a process. Everything's a process. Robin Sharma would say, you can lead without a title. You actually don't need a VP title to rock this business. You just work on yourself, grow day by day. Health, wealth, love, and happiness. That's the mantras, It's quite elusive, pie in the sky. Everyone's sort of trying to get to this. But I know a lot of people that are very wealthy, in dentistry, but they don't have the time to spend with, people they love. Or I know people that are very spiritual, but they're sick and broke all the time. And that's not really, health, wealth, and love either. The other thing is retirement. I know a lot of doctors these days, in their 60s, they're retired. And I think retirement's very overrated. So be careful of that myth. So one of my dad's friends is also a doctor. He recently retired, like only last month. And his missus, the wife, came in to see me for a dental clean. And she said, I said, how's retirement? And she said, look, he's driving me nuts. So he sold his practice, and this is a funny story. He sold his practice for a couple of mil, which is what it's worth. 30 years of work, only to buy another practice. So he's bought another practice, and he's starting to work there part time. And I'm thinking, you're going around in circles. So be very careful of this retirement myth. It doesn't exist. So guys, if you're a caveman like me, just the fact that there are so many awesome women to hang out with, that should be enough incentive for you to join this business. So as again, it's Christmas time. I'm mindful of the time. Thanks, Peter. Thanks for Risoli Nation. I think Risoli, Claire, you guys are rocking the business. You really are showing, leading the way with men, in entering the business with Clark Harrison, the rest, Donna Wise. I think she's brilliant. So thank you for the gift of Arbonne. So this Christmas, Merry Christmas. Good luck in making America great again. Here in Australia, we're just starting this Republican movement as well, trying to get the best model. So we look up to America a lot. If you guys cough and sneeze, we catch a cold. So that's it. Look, thanks again. Okay.
Is it your jacket?
That's my jacket, yeah.
Just,
I'm on my way. Yeah.
Just keep it next to you, because someone can think someone lost, Just keep it with you.
All right.
We're live worldwide.
We're live. I mean, we've probably got enough time for one question if you'd like.
Yeah, and actually, let me go ahead and unmute everyone. So if anybody does have a question.
Unmuted. Are you paying attention, or did you hang up?
No, we're all here. Okay. We're all here, and we're all hearing. So if anybody has a question, go ahead. I just wanted to thank you again, Duke, for being here and for being part of the Risoli Men's call. And, we appreciate your enthusiasm, your perspective. And, again, here we are, a worldwide, event. But I did want to bring up just one thing. You hit on the 4 levels of management and do that. And while you were gone for a little bit, I was sharing my story as a financial advisor. So I just want to put one thing in perspective so that people really know it is an incredible opportunity. And I'm going to use US dollars on it here. But our very top level is National Vice President. At National Vice President, the average income is over $20,000 per month is our average income for National Vice President. And the perspective that I want to share in my wealth management practice, people come to me and they bring, a lump sum from either retirement or they sold the business, like your doctor friend there, and they have, dollars to invest. And in order for me to get them $20,000 a month income, if I was able to get a 4% return for them, they would need to invest $6 million. Okay, so $6 million at 4% is $20,000 a month income. That's the power that this business has. Now, you don't get it overnight. You know, it may be 4 years, it may be 3 years, it may be 5 years, maybe longer. It may be 2. There are people doing it in less than 1. But the point is, you know, to your point, Doug, that there are a lot of people, you know, the Donna Weisers of the world and the Claire Risolis and Clark Harrison and his lovely wife, Alexis, or wife-to-be Alexis. You know, they're just hitting it out of the park, and they're making some serious income doing something that they love to do. So thank you so much for being here. You might have frozen up on us again, but thanks everybody. Next week we will have another guest. Same bat time, same bat station. Thanks for being here. Check it out, the recording on Risoli Nations Men's Zoom. And Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Thank you.
You're welcome.